Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Sonic3318, back again for another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your WWE WrestleMania 38 prediction video. Yep, the Showcase of the Immortals is finally here at last, and it's time for me to give you guys my overall thoughts and predictions heading into the show of this weekend. Obviously, the 2 nights spectacular that we have, the most stupendous WrestleMania of all time. Finally here for WrestleMania 38. Apparently, in quotes, for your taglines and all what you will. Obviously enough. By the time I recorded this video from the most stupendous 2-night event at WrestleMania history ever, apparently, we are 18 hours, 42 minutes, and 15 seconds away from the pay-per-view event itself. Apparently, I'm going to assume this is counting down to night 1 of WrestleMania. I am 99% sure that is correct. And I'm going off that fact it's counting down to day 1. Obviously, no. So, boom. So, night 1, day 1, whatever you want to call it. The first night of WrestleMania is coming up soon, right up next, right here with that countdown for the time of recording this video. So, blah. So, obviously enough. And when you know before, you know what, guys? With it being the WrestleMania, with it being, time for WrestleMania 38 and, whatnot, I think this calls for something a little special. Wouldn't you say? So, it said, let's not forget, let's just change it up, shall we? So what they said, we're gonna change this up, so let's go! And whoop, bam, haha, ladies and gentlemen, yes, and yes. Obviously enough, guys, with it being WrestleMania 38 time, obviously enough, we are going to dress up none other than style. They're obviously saying that it all started here at the Royal Rumble 2022 in St. Louis, obviously enough, which I went to, obviously enough. So obviously, like I said, it all started here for WrestleMania 38. The road to this time started here, and we're going to celebrate in style. Then none other than obviously dressing like this, like so. Obviously enough. So, hurrahs. And wouldn't you know it, obviously enough, what it adds to the special occasion, and obviously adding, this bad boy right here to the mix. So, obviously enough, we're gonna have some fun here, heading into WrestleMania 38 in style here on the channel. So, obviously enough. So, waha. So, now with this said and done, we're actually going to get onto why you are here, obviously enough, for your WrestleMania 38 prediction. So, that said, let's get started, shall we? So, okay, we start off with none other than Becky Lynch taking on Bianca Belaire for the Raw Women's Championship. My prediction for this match is going to be for Bianca Belaire is going to win this match because, obviously enough, it's sad to see what's happened to her, obviously enough. Even back in the day when we see Becky Lynch's return, and when she actually won a championship per se, back at SummerSlam, and the way Bianca Belair lost it like that. So it would be a shame if and ever since then, she's kind of been floating in the mid-card tier. Ever since then, kind of in the floating around the island relevancy since that time. Since she actually lost the championship to Lynch. Back at that WrestleMania, that SummerSlam, obviously enough. So, obviously enough, it would just be a shame if, obviously, that she would lose her long-awaited rematch here to Becky Lynch again, just to be just another loss and just make it, just be dumb for that sake. But obviously enough, it's been stated that the ideal, obviously enough, that Becky Lynch could potentially win this match and keep her title reign going strong, potentially heading into next year's WrestleMania to face up against a certain opponent, as we'll address later on here in a bit in this video, obviously enough, even though it's quite obvious who I'm probably talking about, obviously enough. But still, so obviously to get to that said challenger for next year's WrestleMania per se, we can potentially see Becky Lynch retain her championship that way for that reason as well. So, but for this sake of my prediction, I'm going to state that my prediction here right now is going to be for Bianca Belair is going to win this match, but I would not be too surprised if, for whatever reason, Becky Lynch retains. Sometimes sometime either not, if it's not here at WrestleMania, it's going to be either right coming sooner rather than later, right up next, either at WrestleMania Backlash or soon afterwards, so we can potentially get herself back on the road and herself back on the lines for her to start building herself up again to go against a particular someone at WrestleMania 39, as we will talk about that in a few bits right here, right now. So, as I said, Becky Lynch, for that sake, could win, but my prediction is going to be for Bianca Belaire to win this match. So, as I said, Bianca Belaire for the win. Next up, we have Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio taking on The Miz and Logan Paul in a tag team match. My prediction for this match is going to be simply enough for the Mysterios to win this match against Miz and Logan Paul, because obviously enough, it's as simple as, good guy versus bad guy team, and simplicity of, with that said, good guy versus the good guys versus bad guy kind of mentality is also the power of family. Yes, the power of family wins all, ladies and gentlemen, obviously enough. So, yeah, so with this said, the Mysterios should and probably win this match. Some say that we could potentially see, the apparent dreaded heel turn from Dominic on Rey, which I still don't see why they would do that here or just in general. But if they do so, then by all means, we'll see it happen when we see it happen. But, that's then. This is now. My prediction, disregarding all that, is going to be for the Mysterios to take out Logan Paul and The Miz for their sake for this tag team match here for WrestleMania 38. So, with this said, the Mysterios to win their matchup. Next up, we have Drew McIntyre taking on Happy Corbin, Baron Corbin, whatever the hell you want to call him, with Madcap Moss on his side. My prediction for this match is simply enough going to be straightforward. It's going to be for Drew McIntyre to win this match. Because, obviously enough, it's just, obviously enough, this freaking, feud has been prolonged for way too long. And it's just getting to a boiling point where pretty much to the point where we know where it's gonna go and we know how it's gonna end, obviously enough. So we're finally gonna get it with Drew McIntyre winning the match, obviously enough, taking out Baron Corbin once and for all, and the potential chance of potentially the actual rumor mill saying that how we could potentially see Madcap Moss actually turn face. I can believe that. So, because obviously enough, guys, I am actually pushing it. And obviously enough, you guys, I shit you not, guys. This freaking Smackdown that we just had for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale on Smackdown, I was actually flipping my shit for whatever reason when Madcap Moss actually eliminated Finn Balor to win the match. Why? I don't know why. But I did. Why was I visiting that match so gosh darn much? I don't freaking know. You tell me. But for seriously though, guys, what we have seen at Madcap Moss, he can go in the ring. He can actually be a legitimate superstar if WWE can actually give him the chance. Just ditch Corbin and ditch the freaking name that you have, Madcap Moss, and be your own character, be legit, just rename yourself and actually go out there and actually be somebody, actually legit do good things. Because obviously, like I said, he can go. He's proven himself that he can go. And just throw this comedic bullshit away, all kiddie, hilarious bullshit out of the way. He is a legitimate superstar. He can legit go in the ring and legit, like I said, if he can legitimately do something to take himself legitimately seriously, as he can potentially move on from this shit, then that is going to be doing nothing but good for him, obviously enough. And we could potentially see the start of that rise with this right here, with him turning his back on Corbin to finally get us on the potentially get on the road for that sake to come, for a better Madcap Moss to come in the near future. So, with this said, my prediction for this match is simply enough, like I said before, Drew McIntyre to win this match. So, they said, there you go, Drew McIntyre to win. Next up, we have the Usos taking on Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs for the WWE Smackdown Live Tag Team Championships. I don't know why I say it like that, but still, I'm still stuck in that time loop saying Smackdown Live. Don't judge me. So what is it? Usos, Boogs, and Nakamura. My prediction for this match is simply enough going to be for the Usos to retain their championships again. Obviously enough, because obviously, the head of the table, their whole shtick, the bloodline, same is just never getting old. Their alliance with Roman Reigns is never getting old. It's never grown stale since ever since they started it, and they're just going nowhere but up, 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 and they cannot see anymore but going up, 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 up. Obviously enough. So with this said, though, I'm not going to disregard the fact of what WWE is potentially seeing and WWE is actually seeing in Boogs and Nakamura, because we've been seeing lots of them on SmackDown. I am not as obviously as it seems, and it seems like they potentially have some idea to get behind both Boogs and Nakamura as a tag team. So, will that potentially result in them actually becoming SmackDown Tag Team Champions? Possibly. So, but I'm still going. So I'm gonna leave it as this. Obviously enough. While I wouldn't mind, and I wouldn't be too surprised if I would be a bit surprised. But I should phrase it like this: I wouldn't mind Boogs and Nakamura becoming tag team champions for SmackDown out of this match. I just don't think it's going to happen because obviously, like I said, the bloodline is just too goddamn strong, and I support the Usos all the way. So as I said, Usos to beat Nakamura and Boogs. Next up, oh boy. Oh wait, I'm jumping ahead of myself. That'll be next. But for right now, we have the New Day as a team of Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston take on the team of Sheamus and Ridge Holland with Butch, Pete Dunne on the outside. Obviously enough. So with this said, my prediction for this match, which sadly enough could have and should have been a 6-man tag team match. But before the whole Big E incident happened, which obviously prayers and best wishes go out for Big E, obviously enough for everybody saying it's not in the IWC out there. Seriously, Big E, you took a hell of a bump and you just scary as hell, and we are glad to see he's okay and doing well for keeping high spirits and managing himself, despite all that, despite what happened to him, obviously enough. So, obviously enough, like I said, this could and should have been a 6-man tag team match before that happened to him. And despite that, this has sort of little to no build behind it going into it to legit be a hypeful match, more than the lines of just a typical SmackDown match. But who knows? We see plenty of matches go on in a pay-per-view events and that surprises all legit. See, like have little to no build and surprises all. And legit with the New Day himself. And with the likes of potentially Sheamus, I don't know with Ridge Holland per se, or even Butch, Pete Dunne, whatever you want to call him, potentially on the outside, potentially coming into the fray. Obviously enough, with the New Day, obviously coming into this shit all, we potentially could see a potential mild show stealer out of this match. For this match to creep out of nowhere and just wow us out of nowhere. So obviously enough, so don't sleep on this match too hard, guys. As much as people are sleeping on this match, we may want to keep an eye on this match potentially for it to be for a bit of surprise. If not, then it's what to be expected, and we'll just see what happens when it comes to this match, when it comes to actually seeing the match go down. Obviously enough. So, with this said, overall though, my prediction though, over this all, if I didn't say my prediction already enough, my prediction heading into this match is going to be simply enough for the New Day to beat Sheamus and Rich Holland. I think that was him. Freaking Tom Holland, freaking brother. Yeah, Ridge Holland. I almost forgot his name for a second. Ridge Holland and Sheamus or Butch, whoever's going to be the one to be on the freaking thing, which Wikipedia is showing is Sheamus and Holland. So we're rolling with that, obviously enough. So Holland and Sheamus are going to take the L against King Woods, Xavier Woods, freaking Austin Creed from Up Up Down Down versus tagging up with Kofi Kingston to beat freaking Sheamus and Ridge Holland. Obviously enough. So with that said and done, excuse me. Now we're going to get rather interesting as we got this matchup with Seth freaking Rollins versus TBA. And you might ask yourself, Sunday 318, even though it's quite obvious who it will probably be, who do you think is going to be? Well, I'm on the freaking hype train. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, obviously enough. Cody Rhodes is practically guaranteed to be this person in this match for all case scenario. Seriously, it's just been talked about every single place you can legitimately see. But I ask, why? Why did Cody leave AEW? Is it because money talks? That Vince money freak is really drawing you back to WWE, Cody? Is that the reason why? Is this really the reason why? Because I just don't see why, guys. I'm sorry, I just don't see why. Because correct me, seriously, correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. Wasn't Cody one of, if not one of the founders of AEW alongside everyone else behind the scenes and one of the freaking forefronts of AEW? So, why would you leave that shit to go back to the enemy just for a stack of cash? Potentially? Because I don't see any reason why you would go here. Because this is the place where people are trying to jump ship to go to there. Why would you come back? Why? I can't stress fact. Why? Seriously, if anyone can legitimately and wholeheartedly and legitimately just logically and just, you know, just nicely and positively explain why is this happening, I would be greatly appreciated, because I just don't get it. I just don't get it. If it's not money, then what is it? What is the motive? Because your brother is back at AEW, and you left him there. Why? Why'd you leave him? Why'd you leave? Why'd you leave? Why did you leave? Seriously, just why? Why? So, with this said, Cody Rhodes, potentially to be the one to step up against Seth freaking Rollins for this match at WrestleMania 38. Others says, oh, it's going to be freaking Shane McMahon, or it could be freaking Goldberg, it could be this, it could be that. But honestly, you know, it's literally 9.99999 chance says out of 10 it's going to be Cody goddamn Rhodes. So, they said, we're gonna stick with the facts right here and go with what's been highly speculated to be, and say Cody Rhodes taking on Seth Rollins in this match. My prediction for this match is simple enough for Cody Rhodes to win this match against Seth freaking Rollins, because obviously he's back and he's Cody goddamn Rhodes. That's why. So, next up, and finally enough, for night one out of this long and extended video, because obviously it's WrestleMania, of course it's going to be goddamn wrong. Knowing my goddamn channel, you already know this was probably going to be a long ass video, so blah. So, to finish out night one of WrestleMania 38, we have the Smackdown Women's Championship match between Charlotte Flair taking on Ronda Rousey. My prediction, simply enough, is going to be the fact of, obviously enough, a lot of people themselves have said this as well, that while Charlotte Flair is potentially going to go out there and not look weak, potentially, we can legit still see a guaranteed squash match out of this match. And surprise us with just to be a flat squash match. But has to be seen. It could be a squash match, or it could be a legitimate match, or it could be the other side of the coin, where WWE's gonna let these women go out there and wrestle and make Flair not look weak but not look strong at the same time for to lose the championship here to Ronda Rousey. As this, obviously enough, is my prediction. Honestly enough, for Ronda Rousey, clearly enough, being that freaking contender earlier in the show that, as I said, to face off against freaking Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 39, obviously not to go head-to-head between one another, to have this big dream match that everyone's been wanting to see for the longest period of time now. So with this said, we're going to see that potentially start to plant here for Becky Lynch to either retain or get the championship back at some time before next season, around for WrestleMania season next year, and Ronda Rousey to legit pull a Roman Reigns and actually go full dark horse and actually become the Smackdown Women's Champion and actually keep the championship strong for a whole year around to go towards next year's WrestleMania season. Obviously enough. So with that said, Ronda Rousey is my prediction for this match against Charlotte Flair. So with that said, now we're going to go to night 2 for WrestleMania 38, as we start off with a fatal 4-way tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. I can't say my predictions if I didn't say the contenders now, can I? The contenders are Zelina Vega and Carmella as the tag champions, going against the team of Sasha Banks and Naomi, taking on the team of Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, as they are taking on the team of Natalya and Shayna Baszler. So, with that said, my prediction for this match is going to be none other than, while I would not mind actually kind of pleasantly surprised to actually give the win to the team of Ripley and Liv Morgan, because it seems like they have some great chemistry both in the ring and on screen in general, just being together, just being good old pals, just close, good pals with one another as it seems, because they have really good chemistry and have a good relationship with one another it seems. So that's good right there. So if they can be a positive surprise heading out of this match, actually winning championships. But I'm going to go with where the money resides. If you know that meme, then good job for you. It's kind of a dead meme now, but if you know it, you know it. But still, I'm gonna go where the positive and actually the greatest, from the top, people are legit going into this match for the speculation of winning this match, and with that team being none other than Sasha Banks and Naomi to win the tag team championships here at WrestleMania 38. So, as I said, my prediction for this match is, obviously enough, while I wouldn't mind and be pleasantly surprised, Liv Morgan and talk about that being a tag team. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley winning the match for the tag team championships. I'm going to go with Banks and Naomi to win this match for that specific reason. So instead, Banks and Naomi to become champions. Next up to these next upcoming 2 matches, I should say, are your celebrity matchups. Or technically, we already had one celebrity with fucking quote-unquote goddamn Logan Paul. Never mind. Just keep going. Logan Paul is Logan Paul, guys. So your real celebrities are freaking Johnny Knoxville, have Johnny Knoxville taking on Sami Zayn for your first celebrity All-Star Brawl WrestleMania matchup between those two, between Knoxville and Zayn, in an anything goes match. Which, obviously enough, guys, you can clearly see why this is the case. Because this match is going to be full of jokes, and this whole feud has just been a flat-out big-ass joke. And it's going to end as a big-ass joke, as the whole jackass squad is going to come behind and help Knoxville get the win overall. So, while this match may be just a shit-brain, fun time to watch in a shitty way, potentially, I'm saying potentially, heading this match, that's what I'm expecting. It could be shitty, but it can be pleasantly surprised. That should be legit good. Who the hell knows? But going to it, I think it's going to be a big old shit fun fest with Knoxville getting the edge over Zayn with the help of the Knoxville team, jackass team, to help him going behind and get the win over Sami Zayn for this match. But I said, John Knoxville for the win. And next up, talk about your second quote-unquote celebrity. Maybe he's not really much a celebrity since he's actually on the WWE programming, obviously full-time, per se. We have Pat McAfee. If I didn't pronounce that name right, I'm still butchering that name. Even before I came on the freaking video, I'm still kind of was like, what? How the hell do I pronounce his freaking last name? Pat McAfee, whatever. Pat McAfee taking on Austin Theory, obviously enough. So while Knoxville and Zayn have been built on the fact of actually just shitty jokes and comedy, Pat and Austin's match here, it has been legitimate, had just been a legitimate feud, a legitimate built feud, for that matter, heading into the show. And actually one that's actually potentially worthwhile. So, with this said, and obviously enough, with this said, my prediction heading into this match is that we've seen, or I should say, my thoughts heading into this match is that as we've been seeing constantly, we've seen Austin Theory get on McAfee's side, bad side, continuously over and over and over and over and over. Just keep threading pushing the needle to make him burst the bubble, and just go full on him. As we just keep seeing freaking Pat McAfee just hit a brick wall every single time he gets a chance to just get his hands on Austin. Hell, even coming face to face with Mr. McMahon here on Smackdown, just recently on Smackdown, telling him, oh, you want to get fired? Get the hell back out there and do your goddamn job. So, we've seen Austin Theory kind of getting over the edge on Pat over this whole feud over and over and over and over, just for the most part. So, with this said, Pat has just been seen, is considered the underdog in this match, and with this said, I'm going to root for Pat to get the win. And so with this said, Pat is going to be my prediction, but I would not be too surprised if Austin Theory gets the win out of this match. So with this said, that's my prediction. Pat for the win for that reason why. So Pat for the win, but Austin could win the match, and I can still see it happening. So, but still, whatever your name is, without botching your freaking last name over and over and over again for the win. Moving on next, we have RK Bro taking on the Street Profits, taking on Academy Alpha. Wow, I have freaking dyslexia, guys. Freaking Alpha Academy, Otis and Gable, blah. For the Raw Tag Team Championship in a triple threat match, obviously enough, for said championships. So with this said, my predictions for this match is going to be simply enough that we're going to see RK Bro win this match to potentially set up for a future freaking feud with the Street Profits as being heels, because a lot of people have been saying that that's going to happen. And WWE has already seen the plant the seeds for that happening in scenes on TV, because they seem, I don't know why, they've just been tongue-in-cheek about it, but it just seems that, the Profits have kind of been doing heel tactics here and there within the last few weeks, and it just seems like they're about to turn heel, which I personally wouldn't want it, but, if it gets them off the ground and legit going somewhere, then so be it. So, there you go. Like I said, if it gets them something to do on TV, then so be it. Then there you go. Heel Profits taking on RK Bro going forward for the future. So we can see that coming up. And with the said, that's going to be my prediction right there, right now. Street Profits go heel and face off against RK Bro heading out of WrestleMania, going towards WrestleMania Backlash for RK Bro to win the championships, or retain the championships here at WrestleMania 38 against both Profits and Alpha Academy. Yeah, I didn't botch it that time. Otis and Gable. Either way. RK Bro for the win. Either way. Blah. So, said, moving on. Next up, we have Edge taking on AJ Styles. My prediction for this match is going to be that we're going to see Edge give the win to Styles, actually push Styles, and actually legit be what pretty much everybody says about WWE old school legends, that they come back for a match and they try to push the actual future talent, even though AJ Styles is kind of not really a new generation superstar, because obviously he's older per se. No offense, obviously I mean no offense by that, but you know what I mean by that. He's He's up there in age. He's been wrestling. Heck, even around the time when even Edge was in his freaking prime, Edge Styles was still a goddamn thing, just outside the WWE, of course. So, but still, you know what I mean. You get what I mean. You get what I'm going after, guys. Obviously enough. So obviously enough, Edge is going to give the rub to Styles for that said fact. But personally, I personally think we could have just seen a simple freaking match between Edge and Styles without Edge going heel per se, because it seems like it just happened out of nowhere per se. Yes, it's appreciative because obviously we can finally get a freaking face Styles. Again, since the freaking split between Edge Styles and Omar, it's finally no longer a goddamn thing, and get Styles actually free will actually turn face, actually legit be a good guy for once after that dreaded time of freaking Omar just dragging them freaking under for that period of time for them being a tag team for God knows what reason, for how long. So that gives a reason to have him go face, thankfully. But at the end of the day, it kind of sucks because we gotta see freak Edge turn heel out of nowhere for the sake of happening. So it's kind of a freaking pendulum. We lose this, seriously, but we gain this for that sake factor. So with it said, but overall, with all those kind of words out of the way heading for this match, my prediction once again is for Edge Styles to beat Edge here at WrestleMania 38 for that reason why. So with it said, Edge Styles for the win. Next up, we have Bobby Lashley taking on Omar. Speaking of Omar, here he is. We have Omar taking on Bobby Lashley once again, obviously enough. So with that said, my prediction for this match is just, even though this is another one of those matches where we're just like, oh yeah, WrestleMania is coming up, we need more matches on the card. Here you go. So yeah, so kind of, adding the last minute kind of match, kind of with, just a bit off the fact that, oh yeah, Lashley's back, he's gonna want blood, he's gonna want a freaking fight. Big muscle man versus big, tall muscle man. Let's see what happens at WrestleMania, per se. So, all jokes aside though, seriously, Bobby Lashley and Omos though, heading into the match though, it could be good, it could be who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen in this match? I mean, who knows? It could be slow as fuck and just be flat out just god awful and just trash. Who knows? But seriously though, predictions though, guys. Prediction, it's on WWE. This is what we want. What is your prediction for this match? My prediction for this match is simply going to be for that while I wouldn't be too surprised for Omos to win this match, because obviously WWE sees something in Omos to be to be the next big muscle tall big guy running the shit in WWE. Being that shit, being that type of guy. So, WWE sees a reason for that shit happening and, wants to see something in that shit for Omos. So, there's that. And freaking Bobby Lashley could, once again, Bobby Lashley's lose can actually give that shit forward to Omos. For whatever reason, WWE's logic, that could be the reason why. So, there's that. But, I feel as if this is going to be a more lighthearted scenario, as we're going to see. Truly, we're gonna see these two put themselves to the test and see Bobby Lashley's freaking brute strength to put to the test, obviously enough, against the biggest, the big tallness of freaking Omos. I can't stress enough, freaking tall muscle motherfucker against freaking the less or mid-sized muscle motherfucker, I guess. So comparing it to these two guys, because obviously, because Bobby Lashley ain't no freaking David, I tell you that, versus the fucking Goliath. You really can't fucking use that comparison, because obviously Lashley ain't no freaking guy versus a big ass fucking guy. So you can't really put that analogy into that twist, so blah. So Lashley though is gonna be overall my prediction heading into this match, because obviously he just came back, and I feel like as if he comes back, obviously enough from his injury from Elimination Chamber, from to come back as a whether let's just say a tweener. He's a tweener right now. Whether he's neither a heel, neither a face. He's just Bobby Lashley. He's just Bobby Lashley. So Bobby Lashley, being Bobby Lashley, going this match, just returning, can deserve a rub for coming back from his apparent injury with a win over Omos to push himself forward, to get himself going, give some momentum of his belt to go somewhere on the show, eventually go somewhere, eventually face someone down the line. Who the hell knows? Just who's gonna be? We're just going to find out. So obviously enough. Bobby Lashley, once again, overall, because he's coming back, give himself a big push. Bobby Lashley is simply enough for my prediction for the win. So Bobby Lashley for the win. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and I should freaking bring this back because it's time. It's time for the freaking main event of the show. And it's obviously time for the biggest match in WrestleMania, quote-unquote, history. If you want to call it that. As my belt is going crazy. Because spinner belt doing spinner belt things. Hurrahs. Obviously, no. So with this said, I don't even need to look at my goddamn phone. Because we have the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, taking on the WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar, in a champion versus champion unification match. Because obviously we still have the unification stipulation on this shit. Will we legit see the unification between the both championships to be one sole championship? That is to be seen. What championship will it be? Will one championship still be the same? Okay, look. Will one championship be the same, and we'll just lose the other championship, or will a new championship design and reign or whatever come align, and we give some fresh new blood to the product for the sake of being champions? Obviously enough. So yes, obviously enough. Lashley, can that be where Lashley goes for his win over Omos? We just gotta see. No, but seriously, Lesnar versus Reigns. My prediction, simply enough, and I'm pretty sure I have said it in the past. Obviously enough, and it pretty much is pretty much obvious enough that pretty much everybody feels this way. That even though we're going to see a good match between these two guys are gonna freaking go at it. And go at it hard against one another, and they're surely going to give us a good match because the build has been great, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see a legit good match. Hence this match on both sides, because obviously, like I said, Lesnar actually being legit this recent face run he's doing, which he's been really good at. I should say literally, if I can't stress enough in the past. Enough, he's just been rocking this face run he's been doing. Because obviously he's swelling the mic, he's good in the ring, he's got good charisma. Freaking over the lack of his heel character, his heel traditional look, seems like he doesn't even give a shit about being there. Just doesn't really give a shit. He just wants to get in the ring, get a paycheck, just fucking leave. This looks like he legitimately fucking cares and legit wants to actually be here, actually legit want to wrestle. So yeah, yet again, that shit could just be because of legit him being a character. Because obviously behind the scenes, we've seen that he's been praising guys like Roman. He's been praising guys behind the scenes, like, oh yeah, this upcoming talent, is looking great. I like their talent. They're going swell. Blah 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 blah. He's been doing nothing but praising everybody behind the scenes and getting much positive vibes out of Lesnar. So obviously enough. So Lesnar being a good guy, both legitimately as a character right now on WWE television and just behind the scenes, a legit just being a good person in general. That's good to hear, and that's legit good to hear that Lesnar is giving off good vibes, both ways than none, obviously enough. So heading to this match, Lesnar being who he is out this match, heading to this match, playing the character he's been playing for the past couple of months or so, heading to this further sad feud going against Roman. We have that character going against the freaking head of the table, the tribal chief himself. Obviously now heading this match being the freaking conqueror of the said WWE universe over so many, how long it's been. Like, I'm pretty sure it's been close. I know it's been 500. What is it? Is it 600 days now? How we break the 600 day brain, guys? I don't fucking know. So yeah, overall, but seriously no. Roman Reigns being the god that he is, taking on freaking the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar being who he is for the character he's been playing all this time, heading to this match, for this feud, heading into this stupendous 2-night event. Obviously nice, because obviously this guy, guys, remember, it's stupendous. It's stupendous, guys. We got it. It's stupendous. But no, all jokes aside though, guys. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. My prediction for this match, for the final main event of this card, and actually on this video per se, to close up the video, is that obviously enough, I feel that Roman Reigns is going to win this match and legit become your overall unified WWE champion, to say the least, heading out of WrestleMania 38 to go and continue being strong, being the freaking head of the table, the tribal chief, the head of the bloodline for the continued future to come, to see what's going next, whoever's next against Roman Reigns, which apparently is going to be, which could be freaking Drew McIntyre for all we know, because obviously he seems to be the next looking contender to go against Roman. So so be it. So we just gotta see. Will Drew McIntyre be the next stepping stone on Roman Reigns' freaking shoe? We will have to see coming up soon enough. But as of right now, guys, this has concluded my WWE WrestleMania 38 prediction video. Thank you all for watching this video, because obviously I know this video is probably gonna, I know it's gonna be lengthy, because obviously it's WrestleMania. WrestleMania videos are pretty lengthy, and I've just been sitting here and actually just blabbering my mouth, talking about random as shit, alongside the freaking predictions and my thoughts along the way. And obviously, with this apparent wardrobe change that I did practically the beginning of the goddamn video. So with this said and done, ladies and gentlemen, I am no longer gonna keep you guys here long enough, guys. I kept you guys here long enough, and it's time to go out there and legit watch this 2-night show kick off with the first night of WrestleMania, hitting up here close enough, here enough for us all to see. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I overall thank you all for watching this video again. I hope you guys enjoy WrestleMania for what it's worth, and I shall see you guys next time for my WrestleMania 38 review coming up next on the channel. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Smackdown, and with the spinner bell going one last time to close up the video right here, right now, I'm Smackdown, and I'm signing out. Enjoy WrestleMania 38, guys.